Now you might be thinking that there's huge drama behind the title of this video. Spoiler alert, there isn't. I've been accused of sucking Gifted Hater's dick, and I guess since there's finally one thing I disagree with him on, I thought I'd make a whole video on it. I hope you guys enjoy the thumbnail as well. But let's just start out the video here. We're watching Gifted Hater do his little recap of the Cody Cepeda versus Carlos Ribeiro match, and let's just see what he says here in the beginning.
Our second story here, we have Carlos Ribeiro versus Cody Cepeda, which was an interesting match to say the least. The working theory is that Carlos Ribeiro threw his game.
I just want to pause it right here because the fact that Carlos might have thrown the game, I don't necessarily disagree with that. It's one simple part about the rules that we will get into.
Okay, 14 in a row now.
This is actually where we disagree.
So realistically, this should have been the end of the game right here, or at least a do-over.
See, I disagree with that, but let's just see how Gifted Hater interprets the rules.
Because what is the rule again? If your opponent pops his trick, you can't slide it. Pretty clearly tell that it's a fully rotated switch backside 360, and on Cody's, he slides it around.
This is Carlos's. He has, just under 90 degrees rotation before the 360 is complete. Here is Cody's, and he almost has a full 180 degrees to rotate. So I would say there's a big enough difference.
Let me just pause it right there, because I have been digging in the history books of Battle at the Barracks here. So this is Joey Brzezinski versus Mike Carroll in the first Battle at the Barracks, the second round. Joey Brzezinski had beaten Chad Tim. I don't remember who Mike Carroll beat. But let's just watch the match here. So Mike Carroll started out with a fakie tray shove, no pop, fakie big spin. That should have been a redo, honestly, with the toe touch. But also no pop. Joey matches with no pop, slid the trick around. Here we got an impossible. Joey tries to tray shove it. That's a redo from Costin. Another kind of tray shove, another redo, and he had to actually try the impossible. So if we skip ahead to Battle at the Barracks 3, I think Steve has just kind of explained that the winners of the first round of Battle at the Barracks 1 are competing against the winners of the first round of Battle at the Barracks 2. So Joey and Chris Cole meet, and we might need to jump back a little bit.
It's been a while. Okay.
If your opponent
stand
pops
over
trick,
here,
you don't have to.
Yeah, the Brzezinski rule. It's the same rules. No complies, no hand plants, no bonuses, no grabs, no doing tricks that slide on the ground if your opponent popped this trick. That's the Brzezinski rule.
So basically, you can't do a tray shove if your opponent did either a 360 pop shove it or an impossible. Also, the impossible, it has to wrap around the foot, right? We should all be on board with that.
That's been 13 landed tricks in a row. Pretty much all of them bolts. Gets him down to T.
So this is also something I want to say to the Gifted Hater. You can go frame by frame on YouTube with the dot and the... Is it called comma in English? I don't know. But basically, we are going to watch this switchback 3. It's popped. Carlos is in the air. Beautiful switchback 3. And yeah, maybe slid it around like, I wouldn't even say 90 degrees. I would say less than that. So pretty damn beautiful.
Okay, 14 in a row now.
But simply because of the fact that Cody did pop his trick, he is airborne. Therefore, I wouldn't say that this is like a switch. What would even be the illegal way to match this trick? I mean, this right here, he's in the air. The trick is popped. He does slide it a lot more than Carlos did, but I also don't want to say it's a full 180, right? He starts facing pretty much at the camera, and he lands almost 270, I would say. A little under, but definitely more than 180. In my book, this is a totally fine match on defense.
So realistically, this should have been the end of the game right here.
I disagree.
Or at least a do-over, because what is the rule again? If you're...
So that's just where we disagree when it comes to the whole, if Carlos threw the match. I don't know. You guys give me your opinion on that.
No doing
tricks. Oh,
tricks
it's actually reading it. No doing tricks that slide on the ground if your opponent popped their trick. I mean, people do you know, popped big spins that's a little under rotated and you slide the rest of the way. I think this is going too hard at it. Like, I would definitely count Cody Cepeda's switchbacks at 360. Let me know what you guys think.
So in my opinion, that should have been a do-over, but whatever. I get it. It's high stakes. It's on tee. You know, how loosely are the rules supposed to be applied here? I don't know.
If the way I looked at these switchbacks at 360s, Carlos had less than 90 to go and Cody had a little more than 90 to go, to be fair. I think it's just like, yeah, I don't know. We need the whole tennis or football technology where you measure like, oh my God, you need to be within 15 degrees of Carlos switchback 3. I think that's a little crazy because Cody did pop his trick. That's just my opinion. You guys can hate on me all you want, especially you, gifted hater. I love you.
After landing 17 tricks in a row, he finally falls on the Stevie Williams and then says, hey, I gotta go home, actually.
To me, this was just a fun jab at how Cody Cepeda won Battle of the Barracks 7, the pros versus Joes. I think it's one of the only Battle of the Barracks I actually stayed up to watch the live stream because that was like in the middle of the night here in Denmark. But he basically won against Luan by winning the Rochambeau and not giving Luan a chance to even do a trick. So he skunked him, and that might be like how Carlos is kind of making fun of the situation that, oh man, now Cody's just gonna go and never stop and I'll just be matching all day maybe. And I gotta catch a plane to Tampa. I don't know what was going on there. I think it was just like some fun banter in all honesty. But I could see how he might have thrown
something magic comes over him. I guess somebody calls him on the phone. He's got to leave. And wouldn't you know it?
He could have just picked up
Carlos
the
can't land
phone
a
and
single
pretended
trick.
to be on a call. I don't know if I've seen Carlos do that many nollie and switch hard flips, to be fair.
Falls on all 5 in a row. So to me, this was, you know, an obvious throw.
You can see on his technique there for the switch hard flip that it might not be one that he does a lot. He does, oh my God, his front foot stance. That is complete opposite of Brandon Turner. I mean, look at the feet all close together. This might not be a trick Carlos does that often. If he would have landed that, it would have still been beautiful. I'm not dissing on Carlos' style because it is textbook in my opinion. And also, I gotta give props to Cody Cepeda. His skating, it's much more enjoyable to watch these days than back when he won Battle at the Barracks 7.
This way.
That one. We all know when that happens on a switch varial flip, right? I mean, you could do them low and just rolling without really any effort or problems, but once you try to pop a switch varial flip, that's like the hardest thing in the world. But Carlos, I mean, being Brazilian, I thought that was just one you'd have under the belt every try, but at the same time, it's human to kind of miss it like that.
But people in the comments section didn't see it this way.
Let me just watch it again. Yeah, that it happens.
Listen, I'll give Carlos credit. He does a really good job of selling these bails. Oh,
I know when that happens on an ollie big flip as well.
Ah, drats. Let's mosey on down to the comment section here. It's so hard to end the game against Cody. My man always activates his Sharingan on tee.
Man, you corny!
I've got no fucking idea what that is supposed to.
No, I don't know what it is either, but people were giving a lot of props to Cody for getting the, what's that called? The comeback. But yeah, that is just my opinion on this match. I think the whole I got a phone call was just some friendly banter because Cody is kind of feared when he has the turn. Even though he didn't actually do that well in the Battle at the Barracks after Battle at the Barracks 7, did he? I think he got out in second round or something. And in all honesty, I believe he should have been out in first round because he did a nollie and with heel revert that shouldn't have counted. Oh my God, I gotta find it now. I can't find it, guys. But I do owe you one thing. If Carlos did a switchback 3 against you in a game, popped, and you did what Jeff Rowley does right here, that would be sliding it around on the ground, in my opinion. I don't know if that closes it. It was actually pretty stylish. I love the nose blunt slide as well. I forgot how good this part was. Beautiful. Switchback 3 revert. But I would really love to know what you guys think about all of this in the comment section down below. Maybe you can change my mind. Maybe I'm too stubborn and that's not gonna happen, or I don't know. But in all honesty, I am a big fan of Gifted Hater. I think his channel is a, what do you say in English, breath of fresh air in the skate YouTube world. I think his videos are very enjoyable, and often it's subjects I don't really have an opinion on, and then it's just like, yeah, I mean, that was eloquently delivered. I agree with you. That's normally how I feel about his videos. If you enjoyed this video, you know how to support the channel with all of that YouTube stuff. Hit the like button, subscribe, and give Gifted Hater a sub. He deserves it for the good work. Alright guys, have it good, and peace out.